जिम्मेदारी से राब्ता करें। रेडियो आपकी आवाज पर कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं है।
बर्मिंघम सेंट्रल मॉस्क हाईगेट बर्मिंघम की सबसे पहली मस्जिद और यूके की दूसरी मस्जिद की बुनियाद 1960 और 1970 में रखी गई थी। बर्मिंघम सेंट्रल मॉस्क को मजीद इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए आपकी मदद की जरूरत है। आइए दिल खोलकर मदद करें और साथ दें। अल रायन बैंक Birmingham Mosque Trust Limited, sort code 300083, account number 01264201, telephone number 0121440535. समाप्त फरमा रहे हैं आपकी आवाज रेडियो यूके की नशरियात को। स्टूडियो से राब्ते के लिए नंबर नोट कीजिए 0121682935। एडवर्टाइज स्पॉन्सर के लिए 07944808141।
Assalamu alaikum everybody, good evening, welcome to another edition of the community show. My name is Mohammed Amin and we're on Radio Awaaz, www.aapkeawaaz.co.uk. You can listen to us on the Radio Garden app and also view us on Facebook as well. And to advertise and sponsor a program, it's 07944 808 141. The studio number here is 0121 6829735. And today, before I'll bring you another interesting, exciting project that's happening in our lovely Alum Rock Road for well over 40 years now, and it's quite interesting. And inshallah, you will enjoy the benefits of it. And I hope, more importantly, you enjoy the conversation and you learn from it, because that's the whole idea of this particular program. Is we give you factual information, we give you details of what's available in the area, and more importantly for your benefit. Before I go into my program, just cover the COVID-19 concerns. As you know, this COVID-19 Delta virus, or the Indian virus, is spreading rapidly, and the NHS England team are out in force try to help all members of the community. They've got services available out in Millennium Point, both tomorrow until 7 o'clock in the evening, Saturday and Sunday 10 till 4, at the Aston Villa Football Club, again from tomorrow until the 4th of July, until 4 p.m. And in addition to that, there's various other sites in Birmingham. For example, I can carry on, and the list just carries on for a couple of pages, but I just want to make sure to give you the key places that you can go to. So Millennium Point, walk-in facility, Aston Villa Football Club in Aston, walk-in facility, Bullring in the centre of town, both Friday and Saturday 10 till 6, and the Green Lane Masjid in Little Green Lane in Small Heath. Postcode for those people who don't know where it is B9 5DB. And the facility there is until the 4th of July, 9 till 5:30, and both Saturday and Sunday this weekend will be 10 till 3:30. The importance of this is, as we always mention on our programs, is COVID-19 is spreading, and this Delta variant, it's quite a vicious variant, and we need to do everything we possibly can to curb it. And vaccine is a solution. It's delivered in 2 doses, so it's normally the Pfizer vaccine, but in certain places you have a choice of either Pfizer or the AstraZeneca. Speak to the medical professionals; they will give you more important guidance and information. And again, our job here at the radio station is give you that information. I'll just quickly run through some of these points in Pahari, and then we'll go on to my guest. अच्छा जी सुनने वाले हो तुसां की अग्गें भी तुसां की दस्सी रही इंफॉर्मेशन कि जेह्ड़ा कोविड-19 है जेह्ड़ा ना जेह्ड़ा इसने भी इंजैक्शन तैयार होए हुए ते इंजैक्शन आए हुए कम्यूनिटी विच तुसां ने अपने डॉक्टर विच तुसां लवाई सकने हो ते बाकी जेह्ड़े सेंटर हैं इत्थै टाउन विच है मिलेनियम पॉइंट कर्जन स्ट्रीट विच और जेह्ड़ा ना सैटरडे एंड संडे 10 तो लेकर 4 बजे तक है कल भी फैसिलिटी है 7 बजे तक जुमे वाले दिन एस्टन विला पार्क जेह्ड़ा फुटबॉल क्लब है जेह्ड़ा होल्ट सेंटर है उन्होंने लेजर सर्विस जी है उत्थै जेह्ड़ा ना सैटरडे संडे 4 बजे तक है सिटी सेंटर जेह्ड़ा साढ़ा बुलरिंग है उत्थै भी जेह्ड़ा ना कल फ्राइडे है फ्राइडे की निकल सैटरडे उत्थै फैसिलिटी है 10 बजे की निकल 6 बजे तक कोई अपॉइंटमेंट की ज़रूरत नहीं है सिर्फ जितना जल्दी जाओ जितने जल्दी जा सो उतना अर्ली जा सो तुसां क्यू शू नहीं करना पैना और जेह्ड़ा साने इलाके विच है जेह्ड़ी फैसिलिटी है ग्रीन लेन मस्जिद है B95DB और जेह्ड़ी है ना 9 बजे की निकल सुबह ते शामी 5:30 तक है तो हफ्ता इतवार वाले दिन सैटरडे एंड संडे ते जेह्ड़ा है 10 तो निकल 3:30 बजे तक है ये सारियां जेह्ड़ियां फैसिलिटियां तुसां की हैन अपने कम्यूनिटी च अज्जै भी जेह्ड़ियां ना कोई 2 पेज होर न में तुसां की बाई सकना केह्ड़े इलाके बिच होल ग्रीन है एजबस्टन क्रिकेट ग्राउंड है माशाल्लाह इन्ना बड़ी कोशिश करी दी है कि जेह्ड़ी कम्यूनिटी है असानी एशियन कम्यूनिटी है BME कम्यूनिटी है इन्ना के आने हार्ड टू रीच कम्यूनिटी एह् जेह्ड़ी कम्यूनिटी नी जेह्ड़ी तवज्जो नहीं ले दियां इस जेह्ड़ी है बीमारी नाल ते जिल्लै लपड़ी जाना बीमारी उल्ला वैक्सीन टू लेट है वैक्सीन जेह्ड़ा हर जेह्ड़े ना हालत नहीं जरूरी है जे तुसें कोई कंसर्न है अपने डॉक्टर की नर्स की उन्होंने रब्ता करो मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल रब्ता करो ओह् तुसें की इंफॉर्मेशन देई ओड़सन अग्गों जेह्ड़ियां दूई गल्ल है कि जेह्ड़ी हुन 20-21 तारीख जेह्ड़ा है ईद ना ईद उल अज़हा जेह्ड़ी है एह् भी है ईद दी त्यारियां माशाल्लाह हुन शुरू हैन केईं ते अज्ज भी जेह्ड़ियां इस हफ्ते भी शादियां हैन शादियां भी शुरू हैन पर एह् तुसां प्लीज़ तवज्जो करो कि जेह्ड़े ना हत्थ शत्थ जेह्ड़े ना कोस कुसा नाल शेक करने हो मिलने जुलने हो कलावे लाइक मिलने जुलने हो एह् भी जेह्ड़ा ना त्याग करो तां कि'यां कि बूम जेह्ड़ी है ना एह् बीमारी अज्जै भी फैली दी है सो एह् कोशिश ही है कि वैक्सीन लवाओ थोड़ी मुझ कोई प्रोटेक्शन भी हो जाए पहले वैक्सीन नहीं फिर ऑब्वियसली दूई वैक्सीन नाल भी जेह्ड़ी है ना थोड़ी ज़्यादा प्रोटेक्शन हो जानी है तुसां ने फायदे वास्ते वैक्सीन लाई रहे केईं जेह्ड़ियां ना सोशल मीडिया पर पुट्ठियां गल्लां लोग कर रहे हैं ओह् तो भुल्ली जाओ ना तुसां जेह्ड़ी तको कि तुसां ने फायदे वास्ते क्या है इस मुल्का विच ना एह् फायदा तको ना सारे तुसां की आखी देन कि वैक्सीन लवाओ मुफ्त तुसां की वैक्सीन लवाने कोई नहीं पुछना है कि तुसां स्टे मिली है कि तुसां ब्रिटिश सिटीजन हो कि यूरोपियन सिटीजन हो डच सिटीजन हो कि इटली ना पासपोर्ट है हॉलैंड ना पासपोर्ट है इन्हां की कोई बात नहीं सिर्फ तुसां ना ते डेट ऑफ बर्थ चाहिए नहीं है ते जेह्ड़ी है ना तुसां की फिर जेह्ड़ा ना ओह् वैक्सीन जेह्ड़ा ना इशू करिए सको 5 मिनट लग रहे हैं सिर्फ कोशिश करो जितना जल्दी जा सो तो क्यू को बचो तो इंशाल्लाह जेह्ड़ा ना थोड़ी त्याद करनी पड़ी है कि वैक्सीन लवाओ केईं बंदे की थोड़ा बुखार शा चढ़ना हुआ दर्द शर्द होना हुआ बेचैनी नहीं कई बंदे की कुछ नहीं होना पर इधर हर इंसान ही जेह्ड़ी ना अपनी बॉडी और डिफरेंट वे रिएक्ट करनी है वो तुसां ना जेह्ड़ा ना अपना प्रोटेक्शन करो अच्छा जी हूँ जेह्ड़ा ना असां जेह्ड़े हैन गैस्ट इन्हां विच थोड़ी इंग्लिश विच गल्लबात करसां ते फिर जेह्ड़ी है ना विच भी जेह्ड़ा ना असां भाई थोड़ी भी जेह्ड़ी है ना असां अपनी ज़बान विच कोई समड़ी करसां भी तुसें सारें की जेह्ड़ी है ना फ़ायदा इस ना उठाई सको Assalamu alaikum, brother. Welcome to my show. Really pleased to see you. Today I've got brother Zaighum from East Birmingham Community Forum, and it's a non-profit community organisation that operates here on the Alum Rock Road since 1992. Welcome to the show, brother. And what we'll do is we'll have a quick introduction from you. Just give me an introduction. So act as if like I don't know anything about it, and mashallah, just tell me a little bit about your project, please.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure most of the community is aware of the Jet Shop, as we call it.
I remember it as the Jet Shop, yes.
Jobs Enterprise Training. It's like I said, it's been around since 1992 in various guises. We at the moment we got 3 centres actually. We got the Yellow Rock Centre, we got one on Vincent Green and one in Ladywood. We do training, education, careers advice, and a whole host of many other things. At the moment, our current provision is with a prime contractor. That's a main provider for adult education courses in Birmingham with the West Midlands Combined Authority. We're also a subcontractor for the National Careers Service through the Shore Trust. We are a main apprenticeship provider. We work with all the examination boards. We've been through Ofsted. We've been through various other government programs as well. And the benefit for the community is that all our services are free. You know, that's the main thing. We're a government funded organisation. Obviously, we have been for nearly 3 decades now. The current courses I'll mention, if that's okay.
Yeah, fine, please.
We do the security course and badge. This is an ideal for the young people out there, because what it is, if once they've done the course, we've actually got ready job vacancies for them to go into straight away. It's a 2-week program. We fund the course, the badge, the license, the DBS, the first aid part of it. So it's a very good initiative, and we appreciate the funders from the Combined Authority who have given us the opportunity to put forward this course. The other course that's very popular is the beauty course for all those ladies out there who want to get into the beauty profession. We run a number of courses right from the beginning to slightly more advanced. This leads to work in salons potentially, or even self-employed, where you could work for yourselves. You know, create your own businesses, specialize in, mehndi, hair, makeup. Many of our ladies who've gone through the course have done that. So that's going very well. And for all those out there who can't speak the English, we do ESOL. So आपने जिन्हें ज़बान नहीं पता अंग्रेज़ी बस हम वही करने हैं जिन्हें बिल्कुल basic English शुरू कोर्स की थी जिन्हें ABC नहीं पता वो तो शुरू की थी तो वही reading, writing, speaking, listening सब कुछ इसमें बिच तो वही कोर्स करने पे we employ in total 40 people.
MashaAllah.
A huge majority of them are local people. Over half of the employees are university graduates, so we're quite a highly qualified workforce we have. We obviously now, the other initiative actually I should have mentioned, is the Kickstart initiative, which is the government initiative for the young people out there, 18 to 24. The government will give you, as long as you're unemployed, the government will give you a job for 6 months, which will be for 25 hours a week, and they be minimum wage. And it's a very good opportunity for young people out there to get into the employment market and build their careers. We've got a number of vacancies ourselves, so if anybody is interested, just please come and visit us, and we've got vacancies for the beauticians, the administrators, receptionists, the website people. So there's a lot of vacancies, and there's vacancies we've got with other companies as well. So please, if you're looking for work, you're 18 to 24, there is job opportunities out there. At the moment, the figures for the employment market in this area are very poor. I mean, 1 in 7 adults is unemployed. That's the ones who are registered unemployed. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot more who are not registered for various reasons. And same in other constituencies. In Ladywood, it's the same there. 1 in 7 are unemployed. These are two actually are the highest in the UK.
It's like recently I was reading some article, and then NEETs is a quite a phrase that everybody uses. And NEETs for viewers, listeners, is not in education, employment or training. And that seems to be like a catchphrase when you think about it, because the Alamrock NEET rate is very, very high. And so, for me, it was like, okay, what else can we do? So let's go back to the 18 and 24 years old. Let's go back to a scenario whereby you've got somebody 18, 24, mashallah, they finished their schooling, they weren't very strong in academics, and nowadays when you apply for jobs, those days are gone where you apply for a job, first interview, you get a job, away you go, and then your career starts. It starts with your CV, your online applications, your online psychometric analysis and various tests. Where does your EBCF services come in there?
I mean, that's with our National Career Service. We've got 12 National Career Service advisors Now these are level 4 and level 6
Right.
qualified,
Oh,
so
okay,
they're highly
okay.
qualified.
Highly qualified,
people.
yeah.
And the contract we have to deliver is to help people build their CV, take their details, look for live vacancies. We get a lot of vacancies from government departments, the hospital, other government bodies. You know, these are like permanent kind of jobs. These aren't the 0-hour contract
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
Because we know there's a lot of them out there, and it does put a lot of people off, which we don't blame. So these are like proper, you know, career-minded jobs. The careers advisors will create an action plan for them, look at their current situation, and they'll help them all the way through in terms of to achieve their goal. And if the goal is just to do another course, that's fine, we'll do that. If it's to do a job, we will stay with you until that journey is achieved. So please, if you need career support and you think there's no one else there to help you, there's a centre locally here in Alan Rock, in Winston Green, in Ladywood. There are centres there which can help people, and it's all free of charge. And you know, in terms of time given, we'll give all the time we can to make sure people get into work, because that's our kind of judgment factor from our funders. Now, funders don't just give us money because they like us.
Yeah, obviously that doesn't happen either.
Does not
I
happen.
certainly know that.
No, the funders give us money because they give us targets and say, okay, we're going to give you this money, and you have to do, you know, let's say, argument's sake, let's see 10,000 people and get 500 into jobs.
GG.
Now, we've been doing that since 1992. You know, figures obviously have fluctuated over time. So we do achieve our goals. So if you are out there and you do need this help, you will get the support that you require from us. The people are professional. They are very well highly qualified. Those who haven't seen the new jet shop, it took us 2 years to rebuild it for the community. We made it second to none. All the people who have been visiting or doing courses are singing the praises of the jet shop. So please come and have a look. You'll see for yourself the facilities that are available. There's computer facilities, there's 2 computer suites, there's training rooms, there's a beauty studio, you know, which was actually approved by Wella and Dermalogica
mashallah, okay.
for the girls out there who know about their beauty. So
I know the brand names. I don't know about the beauty, but I definitely know the brand names.
and these are all in your community, and also down in Ladywood we have a free creche facility. So if you're doing your learning and you're thinking, well, how about my children? We do provide free creche downstairs. We've got qualified childcare assistants who will look after your child or your children whilst you're studying. We've got a canteen. We've got actually a cooking studio. So if people want to improve their cooking skills, for example, we've got a master chef type studio where people can learn how to cook, and people have learned to cook. And we've had several.
Is that the Summerfield Centre?
That's the Summerfield Centre, Summerfield Community Centre, which we share with the Birmingham City Council. And even with that, there's been a lot of ladies who've gone on to cake businesses, for example, lunch meals for businesses. So the people who come in and apply themselves, we will support them all the way.
I suppose they may be really good cooks, but when you go through the training, it's more about the hygiene standards and the hygiene certificates that are minimum requirements nowadays.
It is, yeah. And I think that's the other thing now. I mean, I think maybe back in our day, 20
you get away with anything,
showing our age. Yeah, in them days, there was no, social media. Someone didn't have something positive, no one knew really about
that's
it.
right.
But nowadays, obviously, with reviews and everything, everybody knows everything, so you can't cut any corners, so to speak.
The other thing I must admit, about a fortnight ago, I walked into the jet shop and I thought, right, this is a heart of my community. I know this organisation, and mashallah, one thing I can honestly say about it was I visited reception, I looked at some leaflets, and I was quickly approached. Now, how can we help you? And mashallah, the from the receptionist staff to the office manager, everybody had a lovely welcoming attitude and a lovely welcoming approach. And I just said, look, I just need some information. I need some leaflets. And mashallah, they gave me the information. And I walked away and I thought, fantastic, that's in the heart of Alam Rock. And this is something that we need to make a big song and dance about, because we don't have to worry about leaving our area. There's this stigma attached where people have to go outside the area to get these type of courses. And then I thought, well, okay, I looked through the leaflets and I looked through them and I thought, well, if I was 18 to 24 years old and reliving my youth again, and I wanted to apply for some jobs, and I've got issues where I'm not very good in talking to people and not got self-confidence. And I've thought this really good about your advice and guidance service from the National Careers Service, because I thought, that normally boosts up somebody's skills. So with even like role play training for an interview, I thought that was a fantastic opportunity, again, here in the heart of Alam Rock.
Yes, we do all that. I mean, one of the things we've consciously done over the years is try to employ locally, train these people up from the beginning. So when the customer comes in now, before or even now, they could relate to the issues and problems the person's coming in with, because they've come from a similar kind of background. And we've deliberately kind of employed people from diverse communities to reflect the area that we're working in. All our staff are multilingual. They speak various languages. We've got, I think, altogether 9 different nationalities working for us. It's a cross section. Polish, Romanian. We've got all the sections of the community covered, and they're there to help. I mean, that's the key message from us. I mean, going forward, obviously, we try and do our bit for the community to help, and what we always look at is ways to improve our service. And one of the new initiatives we're going to introduce shortly, it does take time to bring new initiatives, is that we realise that Alam Rock now is a very, very thriving area in terms of business, trade, people coming from outside. One of the problems obviously is local unemployment. We've got so much business here, but we've got more unemployed people here than the rest of the UK.
Yeah, we have. Unfortunately, it's unemployment in Alam Rock and the Harjil constituency is very high, isn't it?
The only way to get that right for us is that what we're going to do is, as an exercise in the next few months, it's going to take that time, is when I get all the businesses on board, we're going to have a community kind of website.
Oh, okay.
For all the local vacancies. So all the local traders will be able to post their vacancies onto the website. We will then source the people, and hopefully these will be local people as well. From if the job's here, we could do for local people here, and Ladywood, the similar kind of thing, and help people to give them as much support and help that they need, because sometimes they think that the services aren't there. The services are there, but the providers need to be more upfront and make it easier for them. I mean, we obviously, with the IT age now, everything is on IT, job applications are on IT. You can't use a computer. It's very difficult for you then, in that case, to apply for vacancies. So we're going to create a website, a medium, so people can actually apply for jobs, and it'll help the local traders as well, in terms of fulfilling their vacancies. If you go on.
So effectively, what you're trying to do is regenerate income wealth in the local area for the benefit of the people of the local area, for the benefit of the local businesses. So effectively, what you're trying to do is regenerate the community within the community, mashallah. This is something that the social economists always talk about that, yes. And unfortunately in our capitalist environment it doesn't really happen in especially in inner city areas, but that the fact that the businesses will be able to put, because I know I've been walking up and down the Alam Rock Road, and some businesses do put a little sticker in the window to say shop assistant required or what have you, but more importantly, by having that website, you're effectively encouraging those people to put the adverts on. Then you've got your training and career guidance service, yes. So you can coach and train those people so they have the right skills for those jobs, and that's what you're doing. Yeah. Effectively, you're upskilling the members of the community. You're providing a service for the businesses, and ultimately, what we're trying to do is keeping our own wealth within our area. So it's fantastic. I really applaud you for that idea.
I think for us it's important. We don't sit right with the fact that why is our community, when I say our community, I was actually born in Alam Rock. I was actually literally born on Parkfield Road. There was no mobile phones for those people out there. The younger ones probably thinking what I'm talking about.
No, we didn't have those. I remember.
Those things didn't exist. So Parkfield Road, then we moved on to Hancock Road and got a house on Rockville Road. So it's very important for us as an organisation to put things back. I mean, we're all working, mashallah, in the area, and we, so why not try and do our best to improve it? So that's one of the things. The other ones we want to really push on is the HS2. HS2 is a massive government programme, for those who don't know, for a rail service for commuters to go on from London, Manchester, the big cities. Now, it's in the heart of our community, and what we're going to try and do is get HS2 to invest in the community as well, not just on the train service, on the facilities that are lacking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of facilities here. There's no public toilets, for example. The street lighting could be a lot better. We all know about the rubbish problems here, and bringing in new initiatives which will help the community. Obviously, the biggest probably issue for residents and businesses is the parking. We have to identify a parking solution here. You just can't carry on as it is.
We can't carry on as it is.
One of the local traders says these people who come from outside are our guests.
Yeah.
Now, when you invite a guest to your house, they have a place to park.
Yeah.
So these people are coming and they're parking, maybe a mile away or something. And if they're doing shopping, it becomes very difficult. And they come with their children. There's no toilet facilities. So we are going to now push HS2 to bring facilities in the area because they have the money. They have a lot of money which they have to invest in the area. And we want to ensure that it's in the right places where it's needed the most. We will obviously do consultations with the traders to make sure that their voices are heard, what they require and everything. I don't know if people know, but the bridge on the Saltley Viaduct. Yeah, that will be out of action for 1.5 years, I think it's going to be. So, that's going to be a major disruption to the people from Alam Rock and the surrounding areas. So we have to make sure that people don't lose out. It's very important that, if the government's going to put in schemes, it puts something back as well, and it just, it's not take, it's give as well. And that's what we will be doing in the next few months.
I think what people don't understand is we all talk about HS2 and what is HS2. There'll be many viewers and listeners who won't understand. So what? What will HS2 do? HS2 is this new fast-speed train line that's going to come in from London Euston and all the way through to the NEC, and from the NEC through back end of Bromford and back end of through parts of Star City, and effectively will use that Heartland Spine Road straight into it. And this Saltley Viaduct bridge that the brother's been talking about, there are effectively two bridges that are not high enough. So that's going to cause some disruption in our area. And the whole idea of the bridge on the Aston Church Road will be the bridge has to be higher, lifted slightly, so the larger train can come through. And the same thing with the Saltley Viaduct. Now, when they drew these plans up, this was the easy route to get the train into Curzon Street in the city centre. And along the route, what HS2 did say is, we understand we're chopping trees down, we understand we're compulsory purchasing land, buildings, and there's quite a bit of disruption that we're going to do. But as we go along this route, environments around this route, we have government funding, we will support communities, and this is what Brother Zaighum is talking about. So there will be plenty of opportunity for the residents of Saltley, Alam Rock, Washwood Heath, Ward End to approach HS2 for this type of financial funding. And the whole idea of this funding is to use it for the betterment of our area. And as brother said, toilet facilities. I can remember many years ago there was some urinals here at Saltley Gate. There was some at Gowan Road. Over the years, they've disappeared, and we know local authority funding isn't what local authority funding used to be. The street lighting, the street cleaning, and the traffic. The traffic is a big issue, and as the brother said, we have again big issues with visitors coming to our Alam Rock area for shopping on weekends, and as we approach Eid, Saturday and Sunday, any of you residents who live in the area, you'll understand that you move your car on a Saturday morning, you'll be lucky to get a parking space on Saturday, and probably towards the end of the evening, late evening, because we got visitors. We welcome the visitors, we welcome the people to come into our area, who spend money in our area, and our businesses prosper. But the businesses have to also understand that the fact that whilst you guys are earning the wealth in the area, you've got to give something back to the community. And this is where Brother Zaighum is talking about HS2 and the support we're going to get from HS2. We were having this discussion about what East Birmingham community forums can do, and the jet shop, as people will know, here on the Alum Rock Road, at 73 Alum Rock Road. 73 Alum Rock Road, I still remember it. And again, there are so many facilities and courses being offered in there. And I'll just quickly cover some of the points in Pahari, because I appreciate the fact that everybody who's listening to my program, mashallah, thank you viewers and listeners for joining in today. I really appreciate the fact that you've taken your time out to listen to my program, and it gives me great inspiration to say that, thank you very much, for the time that you guys take out in the evenings to listen to my program. And the whole idea of this program is to have this discussion with our guest and talk to you about the positive things about Alum Rock, but more importantly, what can these services do for you, and how can these services improve the quality of a lifestyle, give you that ambition that you wanted, but you never thought, hang on a minute, it's on your doorstep. And let's go back to Brother Zaighum and quickly cover off some more points of this. And we touched on, brother, on the beautician side of it, where especially our Asian ladies, but any lady in the area, I've got access to this facility. It's not specific to Asian ladies. How important is that, whereby a lady's got an ambition to do a beauty course, and here it is in the heart of Alum Rock?
It's very important because it's a facility it was very expensive, first of all, to actually have the beauty studio. In terms of planning, it took a lot of planning for us to install it, because we wanted a very high-end kind of beauty studio so people can aspire to become beauticians. It's a profession now that's becoming more and more with social media. There's a lot of obviously influence out there, and beauty is a huge kind of area in social media. The courses we are doing is nail technology, makeup, hairdressing. We've got all the facilities that we need. The teachers are very highly qualified, the beauty teachers we have. All the courses, I actually didn't mention this actually, I should have. All our courses are accredited. So everybody who does a course with us leaves with a fully accredited certificate, so which they could use for their further career. So none of the courses are, say, ad hoc kind of courses. These are they're assessed, they're examined, and mashallah, we with all the big exam boards, the beauty, it's VTCT, we're a main provider with them now. We do a wide range of courses, and I do encourage the local ladies that it's on your doorstep. The ones who live locally, it's on your doorstep. In Ladywood, we also do beauty as well, and sewing. So there's sewing up in Ladywood as well. So we've got the facilities for everybody, and utilize them. It's it's money that you've probably already paid into the system through your taxes, or through work that you've done. And this is one way of the government paying you back. So utilize these facilities, utilize the courses, and better yourselves. We live in it's been a difficult year and a half. Hopefully, we don't know, but we're slowly getting out of this COVID situation, and we have to now look forward and look ahead. It's given us, I think, everybody a time of reflection over the last year and a half as to where our lives are going, where they've been, and so if there is a positive coming out of COVID, it's that it's given us a bit of time to reassess where we are, and these opportunities where, especially for the younger people, I think that go out there, become security guards, become beauticians, or other careers as well. It's not just these two. There are lots of jobs in August, September. We hopefully going to have 100 Amazon jobs.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
okay.
There's going to be 2 courses for a 2-week program. They need to do that. Once they've done that, the jobs are all secure. And Amazon is obviously not a kind of company that's going to go bankrupt overnight unless something really bad happens. But I can't see.
No. I don't think that will happen in the next decade or so.
So I think these kind of initiatives, which we will promote further on the website that we will create for local people and for everybody as well. But obviously, we want local people to benefit, because the facility is here. The facility is local to Alum Rock residents. So the first step protocol is Alum Rock residents come and benefit. We've got thriving community in terms of our community is very thriving. We have got problems just like everybody else, but these problems can be overcome. We need a stronger leadership, a bigger voice for ourselves. We need to speak up ourselves a bit more, I think. We don't do that. If there's problems,
Well, brother, I remember there was a very, very close research fellow that I know, very, very clever individual, and he said Alam Rock is known as a Teflon area, and basically what they do is they use this area as an example, and what they say is occasionally pockets of money do come into the area, but then it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the community, and some of the community are still set in their way. More importantly, they lack ambition. Some people have got the ambition, it's just they need that drive to push. And again, I was looking through your leaflet in preparation for our little conversation today, and one of the things I thought was, many years ago, when you were unemployed, you would go into the job centre. The job centre would offer you a weekly job club with internet searches, CV preparation, and what have you. When I looked at some of your facilities on your EBCF service with your career guidance and career development, I thought, fantastic, you've got that in the area. So some people have got this stigma attached. Now, whether they've got a decent level of GCSEs, and even I've come across people who are graduates, because they're not trained how to apply for a job, it's a full-time job trying to apply for a job to get a job.
It is.
And that's a service when I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, it is. And the people providing that service are qualified people. These are qualified careers counsellors who will give you that support. So even if you've got a graduate or a master's degree or even a PhD, it doesn't mean you've got the ability to search for yourself, but why not go to a service which provides that service for you and has vacancies that you probably may not be aware of. We get a lot of vacancies which are very, very recent from the departments.
Right, okay.
And so those opportunities won't be out there for a week or two maybe. So come and see us. We will help. Like I said, there's no cost at all. And if we can't help you, we will know people who can. And I think that's the other thing. It doesn't mean that you come in and we say, there may be something that we can't provide. That does happen. We can't say we're a solution to everything. But if we don't just leave that person. We ensure that there's a referral process, or it may be that the course they want to do is at college and it's not with ourselves.
Yeah.
We work with all the colleges. We've got a good relationship with the Southern City College just down the road in
Bosley Green.
Yeah, we've got a lot of, and we've been working in a partnership with them come September as well. So there's ample opportunity out there. Use our centre as the venue for that, and push your careers, your lifestyles, and improve them. The opportunities are there out there. It's very sometimes easy they aren't because of COVID and what's happened and businesses going bankrupt. But if you go outside here in Aram Rock, you don't see.
No. We definitely don't. It's like. We had a group from one of the broadsheet newspapers, and
The Guardian.
yeah, one of them was. That's right. I didn't want to use that, but yes, thank you. It was The Guardian.
That's right.
And one of the reporters interviewed me, and he said, yes, they've interviewed somebody, and a couple of the business said, no, they're suffering, and it was a Wednesday afternoon, and I laughed, and I laughed to the gentleman, and I says, with all due respect to you, sir, have you been down Alam Rock Road on Wednesday? Because I don't know where to park my car. I was struggling, and they were from central London, and they were really shocked to see the traffic. I said to him, brother, you come back on a Saturday, especially you come back on a Sunday, and then ask me where I could park my car. And I said, if it's like this on a Wednesday, and I said it was test to say that whilst we've had a difficult 12 months, and I know it's not been easy for the businesses, and I know some businesses have had the furlough support from the government, but even still, a lot of these businesses, put in hard effort into running their businesses. But that you can easily see that the customers are walking back. Everybody's starting to get to some type of normality, and even like today during the week, I've just been for a walk earlier on, and you can see, everything's thriving, everybody's doing well, and it's that's what we like to see, and that's why when things are moving on. We're working towards the 19th of July now. That's why we constantly give this message about COVID-19 and to protect yourself and be careful with what's going on. And the businesses are doing well. But more importantly, the residents. It's important for the residents of the area to take advantage, and more important for the residents to take advantage of what's available in the area and improve their livelihoods.
And I think also with the COVID, at the beginning when the second last count how many lockdowns has been,
we've had quite a few.
The last lockdown, shall we say, when that finished, it was a struggle for us. It wasn't a struggle, but people seemed reluctant to come in to do courses, sitting in with other people. Mashallah, we're all COVID compliant with that within our centres as well, and I should have mentioned that actually.
Yes, I should have mentioned that. I walked in and I logged in, and the lady gave me a track and trace and checked my temperature, and I thought it was fantastic. Yes, and to me, working for a large organisation, for me to see that was fantastic, and I thought, you know what, they are adhering to protocol, and I thought, I'll take my hat off to this organisation because it was lovely in our area.
Well, this is where people saying the government of Awaaz don't help. I'll give you an example. In August, we asked the lottery, listen, we got a lot of learners who are on our courses, but they can't access their course because they haven't got any internet arm or they haven't got, they probably got they had internet, but they had no PC or a laptop. So the lottery actually, through a project, gave us 50 laptops, which we've loaned most of them out for people to work online, and it's worked very, very successfully. They gave us these kind of food packs, which I think we gave out about 5,000 of them to the community here and in Ladywood to help out. So it's not always about courses. There's other things that we could help you. There's a lot of government schemes, for example, about grants for houses, for example, at the moment.
Energy efficiency. With external wall insulation and internal insulation with floorboard insulation and gas boiler upgrades.
Gas boilers, and these are free as well from the government. These are big schemes, and a lot of the local people will be eligible for these kind of schemes. But again, it's the lack of awareness. So please, if you need information regarding that, we could help you and support you with that initiative as well. So it's not always about just the young people. Young people obviously are very important because we want them to be in employment. We should not have a community here where 1 in 7 are unemployed. With the thriving economy there is in Almrock, we've got to put that right. We want to be at the front end of this to help these local people. We'll get this website done, we'll get the vacancies on there. The interviews will be held within the jet shop from the traders. Whichever traders got the job, they'll come into our centre, they'll interview the person, get them started, and let's get the economy thriving on all angles, not just the business side, but on the the family side as well. It can be difficult for families when the young people aren't working. The young people are all there, they'll get pressure from the parents. Why aren't you working? So we want to, and when they get a job, it's a fantastic, it's
a fantastic feeling.
It is. We were all young once.
And when we got our first job, I know it's not easy. And
when we got our first job, and we told our mum and dad, "I've got a job," it's elation, and the parents become proud, and it improves the atmosphere in the households. And these are the things we want to instill, because these are the kind of hidden kind of things that people, not fully aware of. Oh, if I get a job, okay, I get a job. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it, yes. There's a lot more to it than that. And, then inshallah, those people get married, have kids, and they do the same with them, and regenerate. That's right. Regenerate the community, not just the business side of it, the community as well. Let's regenerate that, because, people from all over the country are coming in this community. There's got to be something good about it. And these little faults that are, like we mentioned, we will get them corrected.
We'll get them corrected
with the right, with the community united. I think that's the biggest message from us, is acting unity, and then things will actually change very, very quickly. And I think that's where we need to go, all of us.
Well, brother, I gladly volunteer some of my time on the interview panel. I got a little bit of experience on that, mashallah, no issue there whatsoever. Viewers and listeners, we're having a conversation today on Radio Awaaz on the community program with Mohammed Amin. And you can listen to us on the Radio Garden app. You can view listen to us on www.aapkiawaaz.co.uk, and you could also view us on Facebook. The studio number here is 0121 682 9735. To advertise and sponsor, 07944 808 141. That's 07944 808 141. Once again, it's www.radioaapkiawaaz.co.uk, and I'm grateful for Radio Aapki Awaaz, and especially Ikram Mirza Sahab for giving me the opportunity to come and talk to you on a Thursday evening. And the whole idea of these shows are literally to talk some positive about Saltley, Alum Rock. I still relate to Saltley, even though people call it Alum Rock. I still relate to this part of Saltley as Saltley, but yeah, it's more openly known as Alum Rock. And here we've got Brother Zaighum from the East Birmingham Community Forum, formerly known as the Jet Shop. Some people still remember it as the Jet Shop, and it's here on the 73 Alum Rock Road here in Saltley. One of the things we were talking in our discussion was that various courses are available, and as you probably gather with my conversation, I'm very biased to Saltley and Alum Rock, but the Jet Shop operates in a number of areas. They have got a Summerfield Community Centre in Winson Green Road in Winson Green. They've also got a centre called the Enterprise Centre in Dudley Road. Is that Spring Hill? Spring Hill?
Yeah, you could do it. It's on the border.
It's on the border, Spring Hill, Winson Green. Again, I can picture it because I've driven past that venue more than umpteen times. But as I said, well, I'm biased. So the Jet Shop here in Saltley, I've been in there, and it's such a fantastic facility, fantastic learning environment, and especially for our teenagers, 18 to 24. Some elders as well. If you're struggling with try to get CV sorted, or some CV guidance or career counselling, this is the place to do. More importantly, the hours are flexible for you so you can go in, do the job club, learn about how to look for jobs, learn how to actually do the online applications, learn how to do your CVs, and it's more importantly, talk to the professional careers guidance people, and these are professionally trained people, and more importantly, these people in their previous working life may have been managers and recruiters, said they will tell you what an employer is looking out for, and what is employer looking out for a potential prospect, and how to pass these tests and how to pass these interviews. Brother, we talked about security courses, hair and beauty, nail courses, cooking courses at your other site at the Summerfield Community Centre. I've noticed that there was some in your leaflet when I was looking at, I'm going back to the women in our community, because some mothers would love to go out and train and love to go out on courses, but children go to school, and some of the courses don't start. Some of the courses start at 9 o'clock, and after the children go to school, it's difficult for them to go to. So between dropping off their children at school and lunchtime, are your courses available within the flexibility where they can do that?
Well, this is the difference between us and, say, going to a college, for example. College, as you said, it's 9 to 5 more or less. So if you're a full-time mother or something, it's virtually impossible. Our courses start after 10 o'clock. So they've done the school run, they go home, have some breakfast maybe, because they've fed the kids first, start at 10, and we finish by 2:30, 3 o'clock. So there's going to be, because we totally understand, being a community organisation, that we've got to be flexible for the learners' needs. With college and university, they're slightly different, they're more full-time courses.
Yeah.
So yes, in terms of, doing the courses, if you've got, say, 3 kids going to school, and you got to leave at 2:30, that's not a problem, because the courses will finish at that time. Each course has what they call the guided learning hours. So
Guided learning hours, yeah.
Yeah, so there may be 50 hours, and we timetable that in. And so, because for us, the attendance is obviously very important, just like any other learning provider. So what we make sure is that it's flexible. So we for the beautiful courses, for example, they do finish well before 2:30, 3 o'clock. So they could go to...
So they go and pick up the children, so...
No issue whatsoever. And then the other side of that, obviously through our experience, we realised that the school holidays...
Yeah, I was just going to touch on that as well.
Yeah, and with the school holidays, we timetable that in and factor that in. So we make sure that, okay, this week we're not going to get the students, so we
Yeah.
say, okay, we give them work to do at home.
Mashallah, okay.
So everything's through experience, obviously, and
Yeah,
learning
yeah.
ourselves. I mean, we're a learning training provider, but sometimes we have to do our own learning.
And
as well.
sometimes you've got to adjust your services to meet the needs of the community, and that's the beauty of it. You're not a normal 9 to 5 training centre. You know you are flexible, and that's the whole idea of these type of
To
services.
give you an idea, we see at the moment we're seeing about 600 to 700 new people every month in our centres.
Mashallah.
Before COVID, it was
Yeah.
well over 1,000.
Right. Okay.
And the amount of courses the portfolio of courses going forward will be very vast and huge. So there'll be a lot of opportunities for the local people. And again, I keep reiterating, this service is for yourself. This is government funded. The government provides the money to ensure that communities like this, thrive and become better. So the 1 in 7 unemployment, hopefully, inshallah, in a year's time, we have another interview and say, I've got good news, and it's 1 in 12 now, or 1 in 15. And that's the aim for us, and that's the aim for the government as well. The government, it doesn't serve the purpose for any government to have their communities unemployed.
Yeah.
The
That's
government,
right. It's in the best interest for members of the community to be in paid employment as opposed to unemployment.
The governments are run by tax.
That's it. And the tax revenue, it's like we talked about earlier on, whereby the traders, if they advertise the jobs on the community website, people from the community get those jobs. The money is recycled in the community. Community people work. It's that circle, isn't it?
It's a circle, and it's a circle which is not complete at the moment, but we know how to complete it, and I think that's where we're heading for. And hopefully, with the community's backing as well, we achieve the goals together for everybody, and everybody benefits, and everyone needs better and more prosperous lives, and then everybody wins, and and we've done our job.
Mashallah, it's lovely, and also with the value-added support from the West Midlands Combined Authority, you are delivering yet in a fantastic service in our community.
They have been fantastic to us, to be honest with you. I mean, they're the West Midlands Combined Authority, for those who don't know, is the 7 big councils in the West Midlands region. They hold most of the funding now, and they actually initiate a lot of the initiatives. There's a East Birmingham task force which is looking into this area in particular and ways to improve it. There are city council officers on board as well. We're on the steering group as well as the representatives of the area, and obviously we're looking at the interests of our people.
That's
here,
right. That's right.
And what's going to benefit them. And the things I mentioned earlier, the toilets, the lighting, the rubbish, the car park, these are things we want because it benefits everybody, business, the residents, the people coming for shopping, and hopefully the economy will thrive even further.
I've got a couple of comments from people. I'll just read out a couple of comments, and then what we'll do is we'll talk about the plans for the traders and moving forward. Javed Akhtar says, Salams. Assalamu alaikum bhai. Thank you very much for listening in. Mohammed Ishfaq, thank you very much for listening in. It's always a pleasure to get these comments from people like yourselves out there listening there. More importantly, what you need to do is drop a note to us to say, what would you like us to do next week? Give us some ideas for next week. Inshallah, the management here, Radio Aapki Awaaz, Ali Ikram Mirza, always have something up their sleeve for next week. And I always find out, towards the middle of the week with what's going on. But this is where you come in as a community. It's your community radio show. And here we are dedicating our time to you and delivering these type of conversations to you. Ashik Khan, thank you very much for listening in. Ashik sends you salam as well, and greetings, Brother Zaighum. And moving on, we talked about the training, we talked about the facilities available for people who live in the area, live outside the area. We talked about the 3 centres. Moving on to what we touched on in the beginning about the Alum Rock Road traders. Now, some of these Alum Rock Road traders have been in business, 1970, 1972, as far as I can remember. And, they are well-established businesses. What's the plan there?
Right, the plan with the businesses, because it's not just always about individuals. I mean, with the business, if they need any support, help, we've set up and helped a lot of businesses to set up, and they're thriving now. And so as they get stuck on the legal side, in terms of, okay, how do we register our business, for example? How do we comply with all the legislation? If you need support, come and see us. We will provide that support and help. It's something that all the businesses have got the same interest, which is obviously to be profitable. And I think with that, you got to have, like we mentioned, the lack of facilities does need to improve. With the traders, what we're looking at is getting one single unified voice
Yes.
for the traders. There must be close to 500 businesses,
Yeah.
if not more, on Alum Rock Road. There's new ones coming. There's old ones, like you mentioned, been here probably since the 70s. And our idea is to get them all united, get them, one kind of body, like a representation of all the business traders. Because interest, like I said, is the same.
Yeah.
No one's going to benefit more than another business from a traders kind of a conglomerate or a traders association.
But brother, if I was, I always like to give scenarios. Let's say if I was a business on my own, okay, I'm going out there as a business on my own, and I'm talking to the West Midlands Combined Authority, the local government, and we know the local government, there's no funding available. We know that, me as one single voice, I've got no choice. I've got no chance for anybody to listen to me. However, if we have one united front as a voice for all of the traders on the Alum Rock Road, and I talk about Alum Rock Road, I mean, we cover like from here to Sutley Gate, all the way well up to Langton Road, I think it is, even further to like Shawhill Road, and covering the boundary of Naseby Road. And if there are plenty of businesses further along the Alum Rock Road, and if they want to engage in this organisation, we're obviously not going to stop them. I mean, Alum Rock Road goes all the way up to Pelham and good old Washwood Heath Road at Fox and Goose. Really, when you start looking at it, all those businesses along the Alum Road, they're all welcome to be part of this new organisation. Give me a couple of snippets. Mashallah, we're talking, and then before you know it, the 1 hour's up. But just give me some snippets of, what's in it for me as a businessman. So I'm a businessman, I'm not part of the organisation. What's in it for me, please, brother?
Okay, so basically with the traders, what we are going to do is get them all together, have one, like I said, one uniform voice. We then, when we need stuff, so for example, we will then go to the government departments which are relevant, which we have contacts with.
Mashallah.
We have all the contacts with all the government departments and say, right, we've got 500 local businesses wanting a car park. What are you going to do about it? If
if I go on my own and say, look, I've got people coming in from all out of Birmingham, they're struggling with parking and what have you. Yeah, they'll listen to me, but it's okay. It's one person. You've got 500 united front going there. You certainly will have some.
And if you could imagine how much business rates 500 businesses are.
That's right.
It's just say 5,000 each.
It's a serious amount.
You're looking at millions of pounds. You're looking at £2.5 million.
I heard some figures about, some people are saying, on average, their business rates are between 21 to 25,000 per annum.
Yeah, I would say easily on Alum Road, there's at least £5 million of business rates going out.
There you go.
Now,
so what do we get in return from the local authority? And that's where 500 businesses as one united organisation will be the voice of the community, business community.
Of course, and for argument's sake, obviously this one happened, but for 1 year, if we decided, right, there's no business rates, the council says there's no business rates. Yeah. With £5 million, we could do everything that we want in terms of car park, toilets. We could have street wardens. We could have people in the evening looking at crime. So, and the community will thrive. So we are putting the money in. And it's about time we went to the relevant departments and got something back as well. Right. Say, no, we're paying this money to you. We want some service from this as well. And I think that's our step forward. But the first step of all is we're going to get the traders together. We're going to have one voice from all the traders, the ones who want to be a part of this. And it's in the benefit of every single trader. It's not going to cost you anything. There's no, apart from your time. We just want a bit of time from you to hear your concerns, what your issues are, and we will then go to the departments and present them and say, hold on, we're providing our business rates, we're employing this many people. I mean, if you look at Alum Rock, even now, I mean, there must be at least 1,000 people, 2,000 people employed.
That's right.
And it's a huge, and those people are paying taxes.
Paying taxes, paying taxes, national insurance into the system, Brother, if we've got families or friends who've got businesses, have got business owners are listening to the program, what's the next stage for them? Where can they find out more about a potential united front for the traders? So where can they find out more information?
So the next step is going to be, we're going to go to every trader on the Alum Rock Road with a kind of a membership form to say, right, we want you to be part of this new kind of organisation, which is going to represent your interests. We're going to take that forward and we're going to then formally constitute it. And this is where our area of expertise will help. set up as a bona fide proper entity which will be able to apply for its funding. So when it needs information, there's government funds out there which they could apply for themselves. So the traders will have their own kind of bank account, and they'll then be able to get the services. For example, the Eid lights. I mean, we're a predominantly Muslim community, and we haven't got the money for Eid lights because there's, if someone, it's not organised, and we want to organise this and get everything organised, legal, constituted, and we can move forward and get the community benefiting, and that's not individuals, the businesses as well. It's all for everybody's interest.
So really, residents, there's an opportunity for the residents to upskill themselves, learn new skills, and potentially get jobs and improve their qualifications through the Jet Shop. And you've got your, as I said, we talked about your 3 sites, and you've, again, my loyalty lies in Saltley, so I always say the Jet Shop, but obviously you've got the Summerfield Community Centre in Winson Green Road. You've also got the Enterprise Centre in Dudley Road as well. So yeah, facilities are out there in Winson Green, Lady Wood, facilities out here in Saltley, Alum Rock, and more importantly, the business community will benefit as well because of what you're proposing to do. So yet again, viewers and listeners, we've coming close to the end of my program again, and as you can see, we're literally like on the end of my program. Before I sign off, I just want to say thank you very much to brother Zaighum, who's like given up his time to be with me this evening, and mashallah, we could have carried on for another hour as always, but what I always try and make sure is we tell people what's available, the positive things about our area in Saltley, Alum Rock. And again, once again, viewers, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for all your comments. I really appreciate you all giving up your valuable time to listen to the program. And once again, website www.aapkiawaaz.co.uk. You can listen in on the web, you can listen in on the Radio Garden app, and also you can tune into CB on Facebook as well. And to advertise and sponsor a program, our number as always is 07944 808 141. That's 07944 808 141. And once again, really thank you very much for your time and appreciate the time that you've given again. I'll be signing off for another week, and stay safe and look after yourself. And mashallah, after me will be Ikram Mirza with his program, and thank you very much, and Khada Hafiz.